Boys and girls, welcome back to the number one self-discovery show on the planet with your host, Rob. This week I have some fantastic news for myself and for the future of this channel, which is very, very good for you. So I started this channel, 3 months ago now, trying to communicate the power of self-discovery, of understanding yourself, of gaining insight into your character, which is what self-discovery is. Now, the last couple of years for me has been extremely turbulent, trying to get to this stage, trying to ride the trauma storm. And I've got previous channels and old videos of myself being not in a good place, not being able to reference who I am. And for the first time in my life, I can finally answer the question, like, who is Rob? Like, how does he work? What is Rob like? And I can say Rob is fun, Rob is intelligent, Rob is daring, he is resilient, he is caring, he's all this stuff. And this is all quite new to me. To say I was lost is an understatement. To say I didn't know who I was, it doesn't quite cut it. I had no idea who I was, no idea how I was different to other people, no idea how to be myself and what that even meant. And it's been up in the air for quite some time, and just recently I've just been able to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. I was working with a professional a couple of years ago, and I had this eruption of childhood trauma, this psychological rebirth, and I had to process through my body all the conscious experiences that I blocked out to become myself and understand who I am. And now I understand Rob. I understand the environments I work well in. I understand the environments I don't work well in. I understand that I will build relationships with people based on who I am, based on who they are. And that's really how a lot of people have been living for a long time. They understand themselves and they be themselves, and life is hunky-dory. However, it wasn't like that for me for a very long time. I just had no idea who I was. I had this massive external locus of control where it was impossible to understand that the world around me and events and situations were because of me. It was always because of something else. It was always because, that's the town you grew up in, or, it's because of the economy, or it's because of the government, or, because of this. And it was just this projection of identity, this impossibility of understanding myself. And that's why I've started this channel. Self-discovery is awesome. Journaling, getting insight into your own character and understanding yourself to become yourself, it changes everything. It changes the way people speak to you. It changes the approach you have to life. It changes the choices that you make and the things that you can do. And it helps you it opens up your world and helps you to emerge from yourself and become yourself. And just this video I'm making with joy and with happiness and with yes, my life is going to be great. I'm going to do things I've never done before. I know what it means to look after myself and to be the best version of me and to all that, have courage. But at the same time, it was so hard. It was so hard at the time, just not knowing. And I didn't realize something was very wrong. I didn't realize that something just wasn't happening for me that happens for other people. Just basic intuition into myself and other people. And as a result, I attracted a lot of negative environments, a lot of negative experiences, and it cost me a lot of time. And there's still that almost dead weight inside of how could there have not been somebody there to help and to support and to reach out and to ask the basic question of, is Rob okay as his own person in this world? How is he doing as his own separate human being? It's like my own identity was being projected onto others, and I had to get confirmation through the things I was doing. And a lot of stuff happened. But now is the time to look forward in who I am and what I'm doing and how I work, and for the future of the self-discovery show. Now, for a long time, I've had this loop in my head of Steve Jobs: stay hungry, stay foolish, find work you love, you'll know when you find it. Now, helping other people find out who they are and challenge their internal worlds to become themselves is pretty awesome. And it's unfortunate I had to go through those events to understand what that process is and how it works, and to become so passionate about it. And just for anyone who's going through difficulties, for anyone that doesn't know who they are, for anyone that's lost, get that stuff out of your body, process it through who you are, not what you do, what you have, but through who you are, and it will 10x who you are. It will 100x who you are, because that difficulty, that stress, that you're building resilience for the way you can be in the future. You're building resilience for who you can truly be. And when you eventually emerge from yourself to become yourself, you can carry that with you. You become a very different version of yourself. I wouldn't say that, you change. You just become far more aware of who you are. You don't become a different person, because you are you. We are the way that we are, or we are what we are. But when you can't reference what that is, life gets very, very challenging. And that difficulty, that dead weight, somehow get it out your body so you can reference your own character, so you can reference your own self. To say that we live in our own version of reality, yeah, it's true. And self-discovery will help you build that map, build that model, build that insight. Maybe you're asking yourself, why do these things keep happening to me? Or why can't I answer the question, who am I? Who is John? Who is Jill? Who is Joe? Ask yourself that question now. How well can you answer that question? Understanding yourself, self-reflective questions, getting inside of who you are will change everything for you. It can reveal some very, very difficult truths about the past, about what's happened, about where you've been in your own self. But with time, you do find all the answers inside. That person that you're more than capable of being is already inside, but you have to somehow remap and remodel and engineer your reality to become the way that you can be, and have hopefully an awesome life, and just do the stuff you want to do and enjoy the time that you're here. You don't need anything in the world apart from yourself. And once you can reference that, the world becomes very different. Maybe you've been pursuing success or materials or confirmation, or you've been trying to get the world to tell you who you are. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't have a diagnosis or a treatment for this identity projection thing. How our identities become projected in the world, and we change the world to change who we are. And this can be very painful. If you spent years or even decades working on something to change who you are, and you get there and then things are still the same, well, maybe it's time to change who you are and leave the world alone for a while. And self-discovery can do all that. Having this insight into your own character, it's awesome. and I love it. And I welcome you to, if you're new here, the world of self-discovery. And as always, stay tuned for more.